Ames was the place to be this afternoon. Thousands of fans and even some politicians flocked to Jack Trice Stadium for the big Cyhawk game between Iowa and Iowa State. It was a close game that ended with a Hawkeye victory. Our Local 5 sports team has the full game breakdown from Ames.
The 70th edition of the Cyhawk game is officially in the books. The Hawkeyes coming into Ames looking to bring that Cyhawk trophy back to Iowa City, while the Cyclones were looking to get back-to-back wins over Iowa for the first time since the 2011-2012 seasons. Both Kirk Ferentz and Matt Campbell's teams 1-0 on the season so far, trying to make it 2-0 today. Iowa State started off moving the ball well on their first drive, but it ended in a blocked field goal courtesy of Iowa's Logan Lee. Later in the first, Jazzy Patterson breaks loose for a huge gain to set the Hawkeyes up deep in Cyclone territory. The Cyclone defense held up though, and Iowa only comes away with a field goal. The Hawkeyes would get another opportunity in the red zone in the second quarter. They give it back to Patterson, who punches it in for the touchdown. Iowa takes a 10-0 lead. With just under 5.5 to play in the second, Jeremiah Cooper comes up with a big interception, his third in just 2 games. But the Iowa defense answers right back with an interception of their own. Sebastian Castro picks off Rocco Becht and takes it all the way back for a pick 6, and the Hawks take a commanding 17-0 lead. Iowa State would finally get on the board just before the half, thanks to this 42-yard field goal by Chase Contreras to make it 17-3 at the break. The Hawkeyes made another trip to the red zone in the third quarter, but they have to settle for another field goal and extend their lead to 17. The Cyclones found themselves down 2 scores late in the fourth quarter, but Rocco Becht connects with Jaden Higgins for a clutch touchdown, turning it into a 1-score game. The Iowa State defense delivered and got the offense the ball back with just under 2 minutes to play. But the Hawkeye defense remained stout. ISU turns it over on downs. Iowa holds off Iowa State 20-13, which means the Cyhawk trophy is heading back to Iowa City. While the Hawkeyes were celebrating a hard-fought win, the Cyclones weren't hanging their heads despite the loss. Local 5's Jake Brin has more on what both teams took away from today's game.
In Kirk Ferentz' 200th career win, it was nearly the perfect Ferentz game. The offense did just enough early to muster up 10 points, and then the defense went into anaconda mode, holding ISU to just 13. It wasn't pretty the whole time, but the offense limited mistakes. Add that with superb defense, and Iowa extends their streak in Ames to 6. Poetic for the Ferentz milestone.
Yeah, it's huge. Just being able to bring that back home to Iowa City. It's always fun to keep it at home.
And I told our players, anybody can buy a trophy case, but you can't buy a trophy. So to get one, to have possession of it means you earned it, and that's a good thing.
He cares about us so much, and for us to be on the field and be a part of this team with the 200th win, I'm just truly honored to be a part of this team.
Wins in the Cyhawk game make up 13 of those 200. For Iowa State, it was on par for how they've performed in this game under Matt Campbell. Iowa State actually outgained Iowa in total offense, but were less efficient and made way more costly mistakes. There was a blocked field goal, a pick 6, and several drops. That's the recipe for Iowa State's 6th loss in 7 tries against the Hawkeyes.
The 3rd and 1 play on defense, the 3rd and 2 play on defense, and obviously the interceptions stick, because those are big plays, and when the game is fairly even every other step of the way.
Once we got into the red zone, we couldn't really execute. I felt like I missed a couple throws. I feel it on 3rd down, so I'm going to put that one on me, and we'll get better and move on the next week.
Both teams have one final non-conference tune-up before heading into conference play. Iowa State hits the road for Ohio against the Bobcats. That game's next Saturday. Iowa hosts Western Michigan that same day. But for now in Ames, Jake Brent, Local 5 Sports.